Alright, this was number 3 from the study guide today that we talked about in class, and you were asked to solve for y. Alright, so the easiest thing to do here is to start off by subtracting ky from each side. Alright, when you subtract ky from each side, on the left hand side you get negative bf equals fy over m minus ky. Alright, let's get rid of the m. So in order to get rid of this m that's in the denominator, if you multiply the whole right side by m, you got to multiply the whole left side by m. So on the left hand side, m times negative bf is going to be negative, I'm going to put them in alphabetical order, b, f, m. That's going to be equal to, now when you multiply the right side by m, you got to multiply everything on the right side by m, which means you got to do the distributive property. So m times fy over m, the two m's cancel, and you're left with just fy. And that's going to be minus m times ky, which is mky. Now, the next step, and we haven't done this much, is to factor the right-hand side of the equation. Fy has a y in it, and mky has a y in it, which means you can pull a y out of both of those terms. So if you leave the left side the same and rewrite it as negative bfm, you're going to make it equal to y times f minus mk. So what you did here is the distributive property in reverse order. Alright? You pulled the y out of the fy, and you pulled the y out of the mky, and you put it in front of the parentheses, and you left the f minus mk in parentheses. So now you're getting closer to be able to getting this variable sitting by itself. If you divide each side by f minus mk, then all of this cancels out. And on the left hand side of the equation you get negative bfm over f minus mk is equal to y. Now that looks just a little bit different than the answer that's given on your study guide, but it means the same thing. The difference in the study guide is they factored a negative 1 out of the numerator and denominator, and they reordered the denominator, but for now you don't have to worry about that. If you have any questions, make sure you see me in class tomorrow. If you bring this problem in, worked out, on a piece of paper, in your handwriting, I'll add 1 point to your quiz tomorrow.